Sometimes you'd get a quote for, a $30,000 job over text.
You oftentimes don't even know the questions to ask.
Westridge was built to solve all of those pain points in the real estate and the construction side.
Yeah. You have this vision. What exactly does Westridge Construction do? Welcome to Real Estate for Real People. My name is Marianne Whitaker. And usually when we're doing these episodes, my better half, Brad, is with me in the podcast booth. Today he is at another office doing some training. So instead of having another member of the Whitaker team, I have another member of the Whitaker family with me today. This is our son, Colin Whitaker. And what I am finding is that we have an entrepreneurial vein in this family. And it is amazing to watch, in all honesty. It is not a background I came from, but embracing it is everything. So Colin is here to share today about something that a company that he and a friend have started. So Colin, welcome. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Back from North Carolina.
Yes, all the way across, coast to coast.
Yes, so started in real estate here. I'll let him explain his story in that regard a little bit. But you are here to share with us about a venture that you and your best friend have started. And one of the things that Brad and I often talk about is how important it is for clients and for ourselves as agents to gather a group of people on a team that we know, love, and trust. And on that team are vendors. People that can come and do work in your home that are reputable, timely, communicative, and do good work. So all of those things. So we decided it was a good opportunity to bring Colin in and have him share his vision and goals and services that he and Westridge, did I say that? Westridge Construction provide. So tell us a little bit about you and your new company.
Yeah, so just to start, I'll give a little bit of background on where I'm coming from and where kind of the genesis of all of this. So I started real estate in 2020. So I've been in
COVID times.
Yeah, it kicked off crazy. Very, very interesting way to start my real estate career. Did that residential sales for 3 years, and then I moved to North Carolina. So when I moved to North Carolina, that's when I transitioned into portfolio management. So
what does that mean exactly?
So I connected with a real estate investor, a private investor out of New Bern, North Carolina. And with him, I assisted in the purchases, sales, leasing, and anywhere from standard maintenance to large-scale renovations of his entire real estate portfolio.
So a lot of management.
Yeah. It spanned across 5 different states in the Southeast, over 100 different properties now, back and forth. So, a lot of stuff a lot of the good and a lot of the bad that we saw in not just the real estate industry, but also the construction industry as well, a lot of the trades. So we worked, by now we've worked with probably over, 100 different companies, and that'll span from, lone wolf tradesmen to, large crews, anything from maintenance to large scale renovations. So yeah, you name it, I've probably seen some form of it.
There you go.
So doing that and working not just in residential sales, but in this role of portfolio management, I saw a lot of the gaps in not just the real estate industry, but the construction industry. In the real estate industry, it looked like the divide between contractors and real estate agents and their clients. So that could be from, scheduling to, getting a phone call back at all.
That communication piece is huge for us.
Yeah, especially during a transaction, right? Like you're sitting there waiting, your inspection deadline's coming up. And so we saw a lot of that fall through the cracks. A lot of professionalism that was lacking with a lot of the smaller crews. a lot of inconsistency in not just the software that was used, or if there was any software used. Sometimes you'd get a quote.
Systems.
Yeah, systems in place. Sometimes you'd get a quote for, a $30,000 job over text. And it's just the number. It doesn't explain anything. Nothing's itemized. So, there's a lot of issues that we saw. And so on the trades side of things, when you're working with this many companies across this many states, you hear a lot of the issues that they run into themselves in their daily lives and their business. And that looked a lot like, finding, the right kind of guys to stay on a crew, finding, the right systems to use, like what we were talking about with the real estate industry, and, being able to, market and brand themselves in a way that put themselves above the rest. There was a lot of tradesmen that's just not where their skills lie. Their skills lie in the trades.
Yeah.
And so unless you're a bigger company where you've got, people that specialize in marketing, branding, all the admin, it's like you're doing that yourself, and
something's going to slide. You can't be good at all the things.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually everything except the trade that slides, because otherwise, a plumber that doesn't plumb, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. So we created this company to bridge that gap, not just between the two industries, but the gaps that are in those respectful industries themselves. So Westridge was built to solve all of those pain points in the real estate and the construction side.
Yeah. So one of the things that we talk a lot about in real estate is the importance of consistency. And when all the things that you were mentioning, the marketing, the system, the communication, the consistency in those is really what creates a strong company, and one that people want to go back to again and again to use.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have this vision. What exactly does Westridge Construction do?
So, in short, as of right now, we have our electrical branch, and that's it. Okay. But long term is to build every branch of construction possible underneath one roof. So basically, from the dirt to the roof, we want a piece of it.
Okay.
And the way that we want to do that is by recruiting smaller companies or companies that are struggling with all of the things that we just talked about. So, marketing, branding, admin, and that could look like anything from payroll to taxes, everything outside of the trade. If they're struggling with that, that's where we take over. And so it's a interesting hybrid where it's almost like we're more of a construction management company. Okay. So our goal is to provide these construction crews or these smaller companies with the support that they are lacking in a way where they can remain independent while receiving all of those benefits as well. So it's almost a hybrid between standard W-2 employment and mini franchising.
Okay. So
the idea is, say we've got a small electrical crew. It could be anywhere from 1 to 5 guys. That crew, if they're struggling with everything that we just talked about, the idea would be that we bring them on, we take care of all of the back office issues for them. We give them marketing and branding, and we give them all the support that they need so that they can just focus on the trade and building their business. And they keep their autonomy just underneath Westridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as I'm listening to what you're talking about, right now you're really seeking through your company a couple of things. One, you're looking for clients to be able, like on the real estate side, to be able to provide services to.
Yeah.
But the other thing you're looking for then is crews to come alongside in these different areas, construction, plumbing, electrical, whatever it is that provides those services, and you're willing to help them manage those pieces also. So you've got kind of two things going at the same time. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, at the same time, of course, it's always important to, build that pipeline. And so being able to serve as many real estate agents and their clients as possible is fantastic. That's kind of our target right now is the real estate industry. So
Okay.
residential transactions and inspection phases and things of that nature, either pre-list or mid-transaction or, post-close. We want to be able to, cover anything that might have fallen through the cracks. And so to do that, we need crews at the same time. And so
Yes.
we are, right now we are balancing building both.
Okay.
And, it's very interesting. I'm learning a lot of new lessons that flexing a lot of muscles I've never flexed before, but it is really fulfilling being able to do both.
It is, and you're right. There's no way as you're building something new, whether it be a company or a house or whatever. If you've never done it before, you oftentimes don't even know the questions to ask until you run into something, and those lessons can be a little painful and expensive sometimes. So.
Yeah.
From a parental point of view, I'm just going to say I'm really proud. Anyway.
Thank you.
So let's say, since I'm in real estate, so let's say I have a client that needs some work done. What is that flow? What does that look like?
So we not only hold our real estate agents that we work with as our clients, but we also hold their clients as clients. Okay. And so we see it as kind of a package deal. So say you're in the middle of a transaction and you're in an inspection phase and you have some electrical issues that need taken care of. You call us up and we work as a team with you and your client to solve said issues. So we'll come out, assess what needs to be done, give you guys an itemized estimate. All of our estimates are completely transparent. We feel that that's something that was missing in that industry, and we feel like it's really important, especially during an inspection phase. Having all of the numbers in front of you is the best way to get something done.
And make good decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no way, from my experience, just getting, a number with no information behind it for any job that needs done is really hard to accept compared to an estimate that's got the number and why. And so we feel that that's incredibly important. So itemized estimate, and then from there, upon acceptance, we've got a lot of different programs for your clients. So we've got a pay at close program for the inspection. So with just a couple of smaller deposits, that's all we require to get going, and then everything else is due at closing. So that helps with anybody that's in the middle of a transaction. Which we found was also, scarce in the industry, was not having that kind of program. And then from there, we've got our CRM in place so that we follow you and your client onward and beyond from the transaction. So we've got a 1-year labor warranty program. So if anything fails within a year, you're covered. And then from there, we're there in the background to support you if you need anything else after that.
Cool. So CRM, for those of you who are not in real estate, is Customer Relationship Management System. And any I'm going to say any company worth their salt, or agent worth their salt will have one and drip on it and love on their clients, continually taking care of them. Talk to me about referral partners. What?
Yes. So something that we do, and it was inspired a little bit from my time as a realtor. So in our office, we had the round robin leads, or the rolling list, as we would say. So the office would provide leads for the agents, and it would be on a rolling basis. So whoever was at the top of the list, they'd get the lead, and then they'd roll to the bottom. And then number 2 is now number 1. So with every agent that we work with, we've got the same system. And this could be not just any agent, but any different vendor that we work with. So let's say we're working on some electrical in a home, and the homeowner says, I'm looking to sell my house after this is done. Who do you know? So, Marianne, you're at the top of our list. We shoot the lead over to you. And then now you get a chance to work with that client. Cool. So we've got that not just for realtors, but with, like I said, anybody that we work with. Home inspectors, other contractors that aren't on our team yet, anything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was news for this agent.
Yeah.
Tradesman's side. What does how do you determine who do you bring on your team?
So
As far as tradesmen providing services through Westridge Construction.
yeah,
How do you do that?
yeah. So first of all, we got to look at what makes the most sense, right? So we're probably going to shoot for the most in-demand trades at that time. So right now it looks like electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and then
Roofing?
Yeah.
At
Later
some
on
point?
down the road, that's, getting a roofing crew on it is, basically a whole business in and of itself.
Sure.
So, that's a bigger project.
Yeah.
But with the way that Westridge is structured, I mean, it's very doable. So if there's a roofing crew that needs our support, then we'd be more than happy to talk to them.
Okay.
So then we find the crews that are interested in our services. And then from there, we go through the partnership, I guess, feasibility process. So it's going to be, a couple different conversations about if they're the right fit, culture testing, things where we want to make sure that our quality control is as high as possible. We don't want to just bring anybody on. We want to make sure that we bring on the right people, not just to help grow our company, but to help serve our clients.
Right.
We don't want to shorthand our clients and ourselves by hiring the wrong people. So
I appreciate that.
yeah, so we're a little choosy on that side, but apart from that, so anybody that's interested, we just go through that process, and then from there we just let it rip.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can see there is a need for your services, for Westridge construction type services in our area.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how that all grows, pans out and grows.
Right.
So,
Yeah. We're really excited, and
Yeah.
we also got to be careful at the same time. I was just talking to a couple different agents about this. It's like when you're offering this kind of a service, there is also a pride element that you have to consider with these other companies. Like it seems it's a smaller crew of 5 people. And they're struggling on the admin side, and I can't just go up and say, "Hey, you're failing. You better come with us," because because it's to us we see them as a struggling business, and we want to provide support. But to them, it's their whole life. They've built this. They just don't.
It's their
have,
baby.
Yeah, exactly. They just don't have those skill sets, and so
Or maybe not even just the skill sets. I think it's the time.
exactly. Yeah.
It's the tech. There are multiple things that can feed into that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And so, we don't want to come at this saying that everybody else, we are everybody's savior, like,
Oh, good.
we understand that, there's a lot that still goes into those businesses. We just want to be able to provide that support so that you can grow your own business. And so
That's an unusual model.
yeah, right. I mean, it's nothing I've ever seen. And so, which is why we thought it was so interesting to start up. And so, it gives us the ability to grow, but it also gives these crews that join with us the ability to grow. And at the same time, you might wonder what's the catch in this scenario. And so with all of these services that we provide these companies, we take over everything that they don't want to, basically. We have a profit share system.
Okay.
So all the jobs that they bring in from their own book of business, they keep 75% of the net profit on top of their hourly pay.
Okay.
And so we figured, 25% of the net profit on any given job is fair because we're taking, all the work that could be taking up 50 to 75% of their time. You'll see a lot of guys that struggle because they're spending more time on paperwork than the actual job.
Right.
And so because we're taking that load off and that 25%, now they've got that 50 to 75% more time to go out and get more work.
Right.
And so
You have to look at it.
Yeah.
I would encourage service providers to look at that as an investment
Yes.
in time.
Yeah.
And we talk about that a lot in real estate too. You're either doing business or you're doing paperwork. So how can we make more money time versus sit time, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we are still a construction company, so we still provide leads to those crews. So anything that we source from, say, the real estate industry or online, we still push that out to anybody that works for us. And so not only are they, getting more free time to develop their own business in places where they couldn't before, but now they're getting added leads from us as well. Yeah.
Excellent. Let's see. So, one of the things I'm curious about, and I think people listening to the podcast, we're located in Longview, Washington. What's your geographical reach that you are willing to push out to as far as real estate,
Yeah.
for one, and two, where are you seeking additional trade groups to associate or connect with you?
Yeah. So, short answer, Southwest Washington.
Okay.
But at the same time, that's not so cut and dry. There's some areas of Southwest Washington that are easier to get to than others. So right now, just based on, how new we are, we're shooting for Lewis, Cowlitz, Clark, and Pacific County. But we're looking to grow as fast as possible. We just want to do it in the right way.
For sure.
Yeah.
And probably one of the most important things, if somebody is interested in connecting with you, how do they go about doing that?
So right now we are pretty much everywhere. So they can find us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. They can find us on our website, www.thinkwestridge.com.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put that in the comments so you can access that.
And then apart from that, if they don't want to deal with anything on social media or a website, they can call me directly or email me, 360-560-2156, or my email, Westridge, Westridge, first try, .ownership@gmail.com.
Excellent. And last but certainly not least, what excites you most about the future?
A simple answer would be just our growth. But I think being able to, with any of these, anywhere from 1 to 5 people that we bring on at any given time, I'm really excited about being able to offer that support to them and seeing their companies grow and seeing their business grow because they've got that added free time and less headache and just being able to see. Because when you talk to any tradesman, we've worked with over 100 companies, or I have in my time in portfolio management, and you'd have these conversations with them, and you would say, what do you love most about your job? And they would just say, the trade, electrical, plumbing, HVAC. What do you hate most about your job? Everything else. Yeah. And so being able to, provide everything else for them, that is really exciting for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that is really important that I know about Colin's heart is that he's servant leadership oriented, and giving back to our community and our family is really important. And this is an extension of that. And I'm super excited. We've already had them do a small job for us in our own home. So there we go. If you want a recommendation or want to know how that job went, give me a call or direct message me. We're good. Anyway, so thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It was good to hear about your vision and your goals and new opportunities for those of us in the area, whether we are in real estate or part of the trades community. I'm looking forward to good things to come.
Yeah,
we'll have to have you back as you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I'd love that.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next time on Real Estate for Real People.